Hello and welcome to Always Bored, Never Boring. Some viewers may be aware I am a fan of the Epic Encounters range of D&D compatible role-playing kits from Steamforged Games. One viewer who is definitely aware is Armordillo, who recently sent me the Cove of the Dragon Turtle as a gift, clearly realising I needed something suitably monstrous to challenge that massive pirate ship from Archon Studio that I painted on the channel earlier this year. So this video is thanks to Armordillo, who also wanted me to give a special shout out to Scotty Turner. Cheers guys! The Cove of the Dragon Turtle is one of the earlier Epic Encounter sets, but it's still widely available and it is pretty awesome, so I wanted to spend 5 minutes chatting about it. If you are new to the Epic Encounters line, the idea is that each box provides a complete RPG experience that you can play as a one-shot or weave into part of a larger campaign. Sets are normally released in complementary pairs, one containing mobs and one containing a large boss monster. The Dragon Turtle is, obviously, a gargantuan boss. Looking at the back of the box, it says, "Whispers travel across the seas of a titanic beast that swells in the depths, a snapping, snarling chaos that surges from beneath the waves to snatch its prey." Some speak of these monstrous predators singing to one another with haunting, wordless ululations crooned over silent seas. Others of slow death, victims kept alive to be consumed limb by limb. Sailors give it many names: Old Grimteeth, the Living Island. No matter the name or the language it's spoken in, all sailors fear the Dragon Turtle. And we can see the box includes a Dragon Turtle on a 100mm base, a token sheet with 16 tokens, a double-sided encounter map, and an adventure book containing an adventure, monster stats, tips and tricks. Naturally, the star of the show is the turtle, a phenomenal and formidable foe, cast in green plastic and sitting on an orange-brown scenic base. The miniature comes pre-assembled and it's quite a weighty thing. Very solid and made with high quality plastic. It's ready to use right out of the box, and the coloured plastic means you don't even need to rush to paint anything. I really like this piece. It has good detail without being over detailed, and it looks like something Godzilla needs to beat up. The 16 tokens represent Dragon Turtle hatchlings and Karkanos infantry. If you have the Island of the Crab Archon, you can use the plastic Karkanos from that set to replace these cardboard tokens. But that set doesn't include plastic versions of the hatchlings, so depending on the nature of the encounter you are planning, you may still need some of these tokens to run it. Next is the double-sided battle map. I am not a fan of paper mats in general, but the Epic Encounters ones are a decent thickness and the art is usually good, although often very dark. Both sides of this one are definitely darker than I would have liked. It can be a bit of a strain on aging eyes to figure out smaller details, but they are atmospheric. Both maps show a cove where the Dragon Turtle resides, but the layouts are slightly different, and we will learn more about what exactly lies in wait for the heroes inside this cove when we look at the last component in the set, a 36-page adventure booklet. While the miniatures are the most eye-catching and immediately desirable components in these sets, the adventure books are not to be overlooked. They are usually very useful, and this one is no exception. The introduction runs through some brief advice on how to use Epic Encounters and how to prepare for your game session, and it includes some simple advice on setting the difficulty for the current party level. As with all the sets, the Dragon Turtle can be scaled for parties of levels 1 to 4, 5 to 10, or 10 plus. This is followed by a page of lore, which gives some florid descriptions to help a DM really sell the idea of this monstrous Dragon Turtle. One of the things I really like about this section is it provides a variety of backstories explaining what the beast is, leaving it up to the DM to decide which of these stories, if any, are true. This leads on to a section on hooks containing 5 different ideas to explain why your heroes are suddenly neck deep in troubled waters with a very angry turtle to deal with. There are ample tools here to craft the story you want to tell, and you can combine the story beats as you wish, or simply use them as inspiration for your own ideas. Do your heroes want to hunt down the beast to craft fine armour from its shell? Or have they joined an ill-fated crew looking to hunt down and kill the turtle that took their captain's arm? The next section covers the encounter, starting with a very moody piece of artwork which really gives you the creeps if you study it for too long. Underwater monsters really do freak me out. We get a description of the kind of lagoons and coves that a dragon turtle will use to make a nest, along with a list of the sorts of interesting items and loot you would find in those places. There is then a stupidly dark picture that I can't really make head nor tail of, followed by some tactics. This is a page explaining how the turtle fights. It can swim underwater for long periods, has jaws capable of severing a ship's anchor, and is fond of ambush attacks. It is more comfortable in the water than on land, but it is going to cause grief wherever the heroes encounter it. The combat dashboard is packed with interesting stuff. It covers important aspects of the environment, such as deep water and the fresh scent of the sea, and it discusses the various types of terrain the heroes will have to deal with. This section can be used to help describe the scene to the players and to give them hints for how they might want to approach this battle. The following pages talk about specific elements of the encounter map, such as the small islands where the heroes can find some solid ground to stand on, the shipwrecks which are unstable but still safer than bobbing around in the water and which may contain some stashed loot, the various deposits of gold that the turtle has amassed from destroying trade ships, and the unstable walls that may crumble and could potentially be brought down to drive the turtle into a more open location. We then get some suggestions for ways in which the heroes may attempt to deal with this situation, and useful tips for the GM based on those choices. Will they attempt a direct assault, or is discretion the better part of valour? The centre pages of the book are dedicated to a suggested sequence of actions the turtle can take, followed by more detailed rules for various attacks and skills. There is also a page explaining how the turtle uses its home to its advantage, including summoning hatchlings or crabfolk to lend a hand. The cinematic moments offer some fun ways to make this fight even more memorable, such as filling the cove with mist or destroying one of the islands the heroes have been using to keep their feet dry. It's certainly going to be a tough fight, but the rewards are worth it, and at the end of this section there is a table of suggested treasure amounts the heroes should earn if they survive the ordeal. Finally, we have all of the monster profiles. There are 3 versions of the dragon turtle itself to scale the threat for stronger heroes. The first is challenge level 7, worth 2,900 experience. The second is challenge level 10, worth 5,900 experience, and the third is challenge level 17, worth 18,000 experience. There are also rules for the Carcanos crabfolk and the hatchlings. And that just about does it. If you've ever seen or played an epic encounter before, you will know exactly what you are getting here. A cool miniature, a fun encounter, and a book of really useful rules and advice. I would say the main downside to this set is it's not quite as versatile as some of the others. I always think the mob sets are better value than the big monsters anyway. I am always going to have more opportunities to use little enemies than I am to use a boss. But in the case of the turtle, it seems even worse, as you are restricted to very specific sorts of environments. If your heroes aren't about to venture out to sea, or they aren't currently enjoying the delights of a coastal village, you may not be able to shoehorn in a giant turtle. But it'll be fun if you can. And that is it from me for now. If I have timed this video correctly, it should land just in time for the Black Friday sales, so do check out the Steamforged Games website if anything you have seen here looks good. They often slash the price of older epic encounter sets at this time of year, so you may be able to score a big bad beastie for a bargain price. Thank you once again to Armordillo for this amazing gift, and thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider pressing the like button. If you really like this video, please consider subscribing if you don't already do so, and hopefully I will see you all again very soon. Bye bye everyone, bye bye.